Baby's home, bed's made, put some lighting up. This is my first 3D printer. I know nothing about 3D printers. I've done some reading. I went for a filament printer. I don't want the fumes from resin. I prefer resin, the quality of a resin, but I'm going for FDM. It's an Lego Neptune 3. I bought it because A, it's everything I've read, it's a good starter printer, and B, it was cheap. So we're going to unbox this. Let's learn together how to set it up. Let's learn how to use it, and let's get started. I was about to buy this on Amazon on sale, but then I went to the website, the manufacturer's website, and it was $70 cheaper than Amazon. Plus on Amazon I would have had to pay tax. I don't think I paid tax on the website. Now, Amazon is next day delivery. This came in 2 days. Amazon hassle-free return policy is almost worth the extra $70, but we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I got lucky with a good with a quality item. Obviously I'm not sponsored by Lego. I have no affiliation with the company. I purchased this with my own funds. Now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to take these items out one by one. We'll lay them out. Build platform glue stick. I rarely read the instructions when I'm setting something up. However, I'm going to have to read the instructions here. You know I'm keeping the foam. It's nice foam. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. She looks beautiful. This we'll put here. The plate looks like 9 by 9 inches, or 225 millimeters. What is it? 225 millimeters, 230 millimeters. Okay. The reader or the monitor attaches via telephone wire. But apparently it's got a magnetic backing that'll just stick on. So anyways, let's put this together. Apparently you can get this together in 30 minutes. So it'll take me about an hour and a half, because I don't know what I'm doing. So here's the plate. Anything else? I think that's it. It does look beautiful though, doesn't it? It does look beautiful. Yeah, forget the instructions. I really like it. Okay. That's gonna go here. Let's see what we got here. Put all the packaging aside. Guys, as I mentioned, I am far from a, to give you a little bit of PLA here. I just use the scrape to print off the platform. Two tool. And I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, more clippers. Love it. Add that to the pile. Pass. Pass. Okay. Put a little sticker there. Okay. User instructions. Auto leveling. Supply voltage regulation. Hotbed slide block wobbles. Okay. 3D printer. Let's go. Slicer software, Cura. Input format STLOBJ. Output format G code. Connection type TF card, USB wire. Okay, number 1. Comes with video instructions how to set up. I don't think I need that. So, for screws, we're using these things. We're going to screw them on. All right. How do we want to do this? It's gonna go like this, right? So we'll put this like this. Put this here. Okay. What's that? Step 1 done. Step 2. Attach this. And we're going to attach it like this. Now we attach this. Where's this go? Right in the middle. Oh, I want this way. Just all there's to it. If that's the case, this really is easy. Filament detector installation. This. Filament detector installation. This goes here. Hello, filament detector installation. Assuming it's this one. think I want it. Now what? Now this goes how do I bring it down? This goes in here. Okay. I didn't want to put pressure on it. Tells you how much I know. Then this, there's a clip. Do I have anything else? Are we done? X-axis goes here. Z-axis goes like this. Yeah. Okay. This goes there. This goes there. And this goes there. Let's see if it fits. Oh, it doesn't fit. So it's leveling, self-leveling right now. And apparently, once it's done, I need to put a piece of paper in and press the calibration until there's friction. Good with your cable. No. This is, for Pete's sake. Chip should be on top. So apparently the chip should be on top. There we go, chip on top, okay. I was doing it with the chip on. Okay, let's do Buddha. Confirm. Alright, let's see if it works. Okay, my impressions. Now, I'm not paid by Alegu, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's the first time I've ever used a 3D printer. I printed 3 objects straight out of the box. I don't even know what the settings are. Temperature setting for PLA was set at 205 degrees. The speed, light control, fan control, factory settings, cancel, print, settings, advanced settings, speed settings. Maximum acceleration 100. I don't know. I have to learn what these means. I don't even know what it means. It's just I printed straight out of the box, not paid by the company. Here's the downside. Setup was fine. The bed leveling was fine. Adjusting, I had to put some paper underneath to get the right height of the nozzle. I had to figure that out. There was no instructions. There's this little dial here that you're supposed to tighten the nozzle on top of the paper until there's just some friction. I didn't know that. It didn't say that. This wasn't easy to get on. This wire. And this TF card has to go in upside down. It came with this, so 3 prints. It came with this little Buddha. The print was magnificent. I was hesitant about buying a filament printer due to the quality of the prints. I thought that the lines of the print would be too bothersome. However, I can feel it. It's very minute, and it's not bothering me at all. I printed this Grogu. I printed Grogu here. It took 8 hours, so that's the negative, right? This is the Neptune 3. The Neptune 4 apparently is 3 times as fast, 4 times as fast. I'm not sure. It's my first printer. I don't care about the speed, right? I saw issues with the underside of the print. This hand didn't come out at all. Now, the file was broken down into the different parts of the body, and then there was also one of the files of the whole body. So I just said, you know what, let's print the whole body. Why wouldn't we, right? The hand didn't print, and there was some little issues underneath. Then I'm going, well, what is it? Maybe it's the settings. I have to play with the settings. Then I'm laying at night of thinking, well, so this is printing on the bed, right? What's the hand printing on? It's not. It's starting in midair. So naturally, you're not going to get a print here. You may have to have some supports, or you have to print at a different side. You have to print at a different angle, or you have to print it in the different parts of the body. You can print the hands and the eyes and the ears and the space separately, which is what you have to do, right? Because you need to have the hand, his right hand, sitting on something for it to print. You can't start printing in midair, and that's why this didn't print. It came to me. Finally, the quality. I don't know if you can see this. You can't. It's amazing. Like, I'm shocked how good the quality of the print is. I'm very, very happy. My daughter wanted Elsa. Again, underneath the chin, there's a small little doodad that I have to file down. But otherwise, I mean, like, seriously, guys, this is amazing. I'm so happy. You don't have to sand this down at all. I mean, if I paint it, Let me notice the levels of the print. I don't know, what do you call them? I'm not a 3D printer. This is my first time I'm doing it. I'm waiting for my daughter to come home so she can be the one to take this off the stand. It'll be a surprise for her. So this was the white filament that came with the printer. I ordered some gray filament and it was fine. And then last night after this printed, after Grogu printed, I said, wow, I don't like it shiny. I want to get some matte filament. So I bought this white stony matte filament. It's white with some dots in it. I guess it's supposed to look like stone or concrete. So I'm going to print Olaf tonight from Frozen, the little snowman. You know how Anna and Elsa want to build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Okay. Impressions. Final impressions. Print quality better than I expected. I put it together in 20 minutes. Little, could have been 5 minutes sooner. A little bit of hiccups I had to look up. Not an issue. Print quality, as I said, amazing. It's slow, but it's my first printer. I mean, if you're into 3D printing, this isn't the one you're going to buy. You're not going to buy I guess this is an entry model. I mean, if you've got a farm set up, I guess they call them farms, where you have multiple printers, and you're an experienced 3D printer, you're not buying the Neptune 3. This is last year's model. They have a Neptune 4 out, which is more than double the price. I don't know what else to say. It's $200 US, so I paid $250 for it. It's nothing. Very happy. I'm going to get into 3D printing. I'm going to learn more. I'm going to learn more. I just downloaded Fusion 360, which is some CAD software. I'm going to learn that just because 3D printing is a new hobby for the fellow hobbyist. Next, I'm going to learn on the settings. I'm going to learn about the settings, the speed, the nozzle size. Apparently that makes a difference. Apparently the temperature makes a difference. So I need to do some learning here. Again, these were printed right out of the box. I made no adjustments whatsoever. Fans going all the time. Okay, another positive. The fan's going, it's making the sound obviously. No louder than a laptop. This is the sound that my laptop makes. While it's printing, quiet. It's like you barely hear it. I like the spot. Oh, there's an LED. Settings. Where's the light? Light control. There, lights off. I added a strip of LED lights here. Just like that. I'm keeping it on. That's cool. I added just some plastic just to cover this. We're in the workshop. There's some dust. There's a bandsaw right here, so I don't want dust getting in there. So I'll just cover this when not in use, or when if I'm working in here doing something else. So that's it. Sorry about the lighting. Talk to you guys later. Okay, lighting's better. It's in my eyes though. I've had this for 2 days. My Neptune 3 Pro. Earlier I had mentioned that my Grogu didn't print the hand because how am I going to print it in thin air, right? I was ignorant. When you're adding the file to the disk, to the SD card, they call it a TF card. It's the same thing I just learned. I've never heard of a TF card until 2 days ago. When you're adding the file to the card, insert it into the printer, you have to create it as a G-code. It's a G-code file format. I'm not sure if it prints actually STLs. I haven't tried that. You prepare it in software, which is called Slicer. I've heard that the term Slicer, I didn't know what it was. So the Slicer is just a software where you prepare the files. You can lay them out on an X, Y, and Z axis or Z axis on how you want them positioned on the bed, right? So it's just called this. It's just the name for the software. It's called Slicer. Now on the Slicer, there's an option where you can add supports. So I'm printing a little horsey, a cow, and a little sheep for a little winter diorama scene that I've got going, and I've added the supports. I'll just give it a close-up after I'm done talking. So the supports allow you to print the legs, for instance, on this sheep. Not in thin air where it'll get lost, so you'll have the leg full. It looks good. It looks like it's a clean print here. This cross hatching, if you want to call it that, that's the inside of the cow. These diagonal lines, or these straight lines, are the supports. And they're thin, they'll just snap off. The sheep's completed. And you'll see that the head of the cow has started a good ½ inch in the air. So it's building the head on top of the supports. It's actually filling in the supports. You build the support. Now it's filling in the support. And lastly, on this plastic sheeting, I just hot glued some magnets so it just stays shut. I taped with foil tape the upper part of this frame, this shelf, so it's basically sealed from all the dust. Anyways, I just want to add that little tidbit about the supports on the prints. That was the reason for this epilogue, last chapter, addendum, whatever it is. Add supports to the prints that are sitting in the air to get the full print done. That's important. Do it in Slicer. You get a Cura Slicer, Cura, C-U-R-A. I believe that's a brand for another 3D printer. And it comes by another name, the Slicer software. So you get that included, or you can just download it. So I got the Cura Slicer for Lego. You download the software. It's called Slicer. You bring this STL prints into there. You can put 3, 4, 5 different prints on the bed, such as this. Right? I have a sheep, I have a cow, I have a horse. Each one was a separate file, which I downloaded from Thingiverse. I added all 3 STLs onto the one file, the Cura file, so I'm printing all 3 at the same time. I mean, I've got a 9x9 inch bed here. That's the size of this Pro. You can get a Neptune 3 Max, which I believe is 12 inches. I think I can go 9 inches high also. So this is a good size. Thanks for tuning in. More 3D printing stuff coming up in the near future.